I never thought I'd fall for someone who wasn't available. But that was exactly what happened. His name was Mark, and I met him at work. At first, I thought nothing of it. He was a colleague, just another face in the crowd. But as days passed, I started to notice him more, his gentle smile, his calm demeanor, the way he listened intently when I spoke. He had a presence that was impossible to ignore. At first, I tried to push these feelings away. I knew he was married. His wedding ring gleamed every time he gestured or made a point in a meeting. He spoke of his wife, Sarah, in such loving terms that I couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy in my chest. Yet, despite all the signs, I found myself drawn to him. Our conversation started as casual chats about work, but before long, they turned personal. We'd talk about books, music, our childhoods, and the little things that made us laugh. Every time he smiled at me, my heart skipped a beat. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help myself. He made me feel seen, heard, understood. It wasn't long before I began to realize the depth of my feelings. I tried to ignore it, thinking that it would pass. But it didn't. I found myself daydreaming about him, wondering what it would be like if circumstances were different. What if he was single? What if I wasn't just another person in his life? The fantasies were fleeting but comforting, though I knew I could never act on them. One evening, after a long day at work, Mark and I stayed behind to finish some tasks. The office was nearly empty, and the silence between us felt different. It wasn't uncomfortable, just charged. I glanced up from my desk to find him staring at me, his eyes intense, filled with a mixture of curiosity and something else I couldn't quite place. My breath caught in my throat. "I shouldn't be feeling this way," I whispered, half to myself. He looked away, his expression softening. "You're not the only one." His words hung in the air, and for a brief moment, I felt as though the world had stopped turning. He didn't have to say anything more. I knew exactly what he meant. But then the reality of the situation hit me like a cold wave. He was married. He had a life outside of work. He had commitments, a history, and a future with Sarah. I had to step back. I couldn't be the reason he destroyed his marriage. It wasn't right, no matter how deep my feelings ran. I tried to distance myself, to push the emotions aside. Every time I saw him, it felt like a weight pressing on my chest. I wanted to be strong, to focus on work and nothing else. But whenever he smiled at me, my heart betrayed me. I couldn't escape the connection we shared, no matter how hard I tried. Months passed, and slowly, I began to accept the reality. I couldn't love him. I couldn't wait around for something that could never be. It wasn't just unfair to his wife, it was unfair to me too. I deserved someone who could love me freely, without restrictions, without the guilt of another life in the way. The day came when I finally mustered the courage to leave things behind. I stopped looking for excuses to talk to him, to be near him. It was hard. It felt like giving up on something that could have been beautiful, but deep down, I knew it was the only choice. I never told him how I felt. I never asked if he felt the same. I walked away with a quiet ache in my heart, knowing that sometimes love isn't about having someone, but about letting go. And so, I loved a married man, but I also learned the power of moving on.